Hi there. Uh, this video is to talk about my what's called exhibition class. It's actually a senior independent study and presentation class. So students can do sort of trade show exhibitions if they want to, if they're sticking very strictly to the title of the class. But I've opened it up so that students can feel free to express themselves in any way they want to, using English in a sort of a more free way, a free style of expression. So let me talk about that, and I can also talk about what's been happening throughout the semester so far. Basically, students, my thinking is that, these are seniors, and these students have had almost 4 years now, of being told what to do, and the teachers are always coming up with everything they're supposed to study and learn. But why does that have to be the case? Students have their own topics, their own parts of English, aspects that they would like to study. So why not let them do that? Anyway, so that here's the Moodle schedule. In some of my other classes, this is very detailed, and I have a lot of stuff in here. But for this particular class, it hasn't been necessary. It's it's been good enough just to talk about what we're doing, and then the students have been doing it. So every class I individually meet with students. I really like to talk to students individually. It's much better way to have a class. Of course, you can't do it with a lot of students, but luckily this class is small enough that I have been able to do that quite easily. So it's really great, and I can address every student individually, differently. Students are all different. To address them as a group all the time, I think is not ideal. So anyway, so as you can see here, I need to add to this one, and that's what I'm doing here with this video, starting off with an explanation of what this class is all about. And so essentially, I'm trying to encourage students to do what they want to do and just talk to me about it. So in one example, I have a student who loves history. So he'll research a different war every class and look into the various world wars, other wars, and he likes to watch documentaries. He likes to do research online, and he will write down notes. He writes things down, but when he talks to me, everything is in his head, and he can remember all the things, the developments in each war and whatnot, and the major events and the key people involved and everything. So I think this is quite a good way to express himself in English, and I'm happy to discuss these different wars with him and whatnot. So that's one example. I have another student who's an artist. She likes to draw cartoons. So she'll draw, basically she's making a comic book, so she'll draw cartoons and have little bubbles, and the characters talk to each other, so it's sort of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Taiwan version, or something like that, where it's different life experiences, sort of with done in English, not in Chinese. So that's another really good one, a good example. I have another student. She'll tell me what she does at work. She has a job and she has various duties to perform at her job using some kind of technology. So she'll document what she's doing, like video testing a product, and tell me exactly how she's doing that in detail. She videos her work, the office, and the products that are involved. So that's another very good example. I'm an avid fan of movies. I really like movies a lot, and of course, a lot of my students do as well. I have a group of boys, these three young men, who will watch a movie every week, and they will research it and create a lot of material to tell me about of their own. They'll express their opinions. They also will do research and talk all about the particular movie, and they'll hit it from different angles, talk about the plot, talk about themes, talk about the character development, stars that are in the movies, all these kind of things. And it's great. I'll ask them questions. We'll discuss it, and again, this is what I want. Students who are expressing themselves in English. They've done some work, some preparation, and then they're showing up to class prepared to talk about something they're interested in, right? Not the teacher saying, okay, study chapter 14. We have a grammar test next Monday. Give me a break. They've had enough of that. I want them doing something fun, interesting for them, and enjoying that, whatever it is. There's a lot. Another girl, a young lady, introduced. She did research on Imelda Marcos, who was married to this corrupt president of the Philippines a few decades ago. She didn't think I would know about that, but I'm old enough that I do. That was a big news story at the time, how many shoes that Imelda Marcos had in her collection. So this student did a very thorough report all about, the corruption in the Philippine government and how, President Marcos was doing illegal things, and his wife, how many shoes she had and whatnot. So yeah, it was a very good, well done report. So this is just to give you some idea about all the reports. There are other students that just will look at a news article, study any news article, a lot of COVID-19 stuff, and tell me about the article, discuss it in detail. So that's also something that they'll do. But I really try to leave it, up to them, whatever they want to do. Another student likes to just tell me about. She's very busy with her family, and every weekend they have some kind of outing, and she'll give me a detailed report about. We went to this town, and we went to this night market, and we stayed at this hotel, and et cetera, and reporting all of the places that she visited, the distinctive, sights to see there, the snacks they have, and whatnot. So that's also something that's I think a good type of report for a student to give. So that's it. That is the senior so-called exhibition English class. Actually has become a more of an independent study, presentation, interview with the teacher every week class. And to me, this is very, very useful. way for students to not only speak English, which is already hard enough for them. They don't have enough opportunities generally to do that. So they can speak and talk about what they want to talk about with the teacher. So they're getting good feedback, obviously, and you know, I'm correcting them. I'm helping them improve the way they express themselves in different ways. So yeah, so it works out really well for the students, and I think they appreciate having this type of more free style class, and I think you know, certainly for seniors this is a good option. I'm not sure if the underclassmen have earned it yet, but I think for seniors, yeah, it's quite an appropriate class for them, and hopefully they're benefiting it, benefiting from this type of independent study. Well, I know that they are, so I can see it happening in front of my eyes, and so I'm enjoying that. So anyway, that's the class, and hopefully this video has explained it clearly, and welcome any questions, comments about the class, and plan to continue this way, doing this class. It seems like next year I'll be able to have the class again, hopefully, and set it up in a similar fashion. It should be done in a similar way. So that's it. And thanks so much for paying attention to this video. I do appreciate it. Stay safe.